so glad you could join me today. I am always trying to find more ways to incorporate greens into my diet and my life. So today I will be making collard greens and baked potatoes. I've already started by heating up my oven and at 350 degrees, and I put my potatoes in there and I'm gonna cook them for about an hour. Now I need to grab some collard greens. Now collard greens are absolutely amazing because they're in the same family as bok choy, kale, broccoli, so the health benefits of collard greens are out of this world. So they help with so many lifestyle diseases. They help fight them and they help heal your body. So it's always good to try to eat as many greens as humanly possible. Now, I've already cleaned these greens and I've had them chilling in my refrigerator. So I'm gonna be chopping them into bite-sized pieces. Now, keep in mind that your greens do shrink when you saute them or when you cook them. So you don't have to chop them super, super tiny. They just need to be bite size. Now, this recipe is so simple and it is so incredibly good for us. Ellen White says on Counsels on Diet and Foods that grains, fruits, vegetables, and nuts are to be found all the food elements that we need. If we will come to the Lord in simplicity of mind, He will teach us how to prepare wholesome food free from taint of flesh of meat. So that's really amazing that the Lord wants us to be happy and He wants us to be healthy and He wants us to be eating good food. So it's our responsibility to eat good food. How wonderful is that? So my collard greens are chopped. I'm gonna go ahead and set them aside so that we can throw them in the pan a little bit later. Now I'm gonna be chopping my onions. Now, I love my chopper because it allows me to chop onions quickly without the burning of the eyes, and then they also make these very small, pretty pieces that are perfect to eat. Now I'm gonna be chopping about one whole white onion, and I'm gonna be placing these in the frying pan with a little bit of olive oil. One more. Here we go. So we got these all chopped. My pan's all nice and hot. I'm gonna throw some olive oil in here. Let's get these onions cooking. Now I'm also gonna be throwing some garlic in there. I've crushed some garlic. I love garlic so much. Everything I have has garlic in it. Okay, now that we got those onions on the grill, we are gonna be adding our collard greens. All right. Oops, this one. Now, like I said earlier, these collard greens are gonna shrink down into nothing. I'm gonna add a little bit more olive. These collard greens, onions, and garlic look ready. I'm just gonna throw a little bit of sea salt on there. Just to give it a little extra flavor. Now let's go check on the potatoes. Potatoes look perfect. I love baked potatoes. They remind me of my childhood. We would always bake potatoes. Yummy. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this stove off. Okay, let's grab one of these potatoes. It's gonna be hot, 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 but that is okay. So what I usually like to do is I usually like to cut potatoes on a diagonal because when you squish them together, it makes them squish up so much nicer. Whoa, hot potato. Nice. Okay, so we're just gonna be plating some of these collard greens onto this potato, and seriously, we're ready to go. Simple, easy, delicious, and best of all, nutritious. I gotta take a bite of these collard greens because they are calling my name. So good. So I love everything about this. I love everything that we've done. I love the crunch of the collard greens. I love the flavor of the garlic. Everything that we have just prepared, so delicious. And it's not only good for you, but I feel like the whole family is gonna love it. So thank you all for joining me. And as I leave, I want to leave you with this. Nourishing others with physical food from our kitchen opens us up for the opportunity to nourish them spiritually as well. Isn't that what our kitchen should all be about? Thank you, and I'll see you next time.